Are you unknowingly driving away customers with your own words? In the next few minutes, I will reveal 5 phrases that could be killing your cleaning business. By avoiding these common pitfalls, you'll build stronger client relationship and boost your bottom line. Stick around to learn how to turn potential disasters into opportunities for growth. We will explore why agreeing to impossible tasks, undercutting your own prices, escalating conflicts, or insisting on cash payments and making unexplained exceptions can harm your business. Plus, I'll share the right way to handle these tricky situations, turning potential losses into wins. By the end of this video, you'll have tools to communicate effectively with your clients, even in challenging situations. Let's dive into these 5 phrases to understand why they are so damaging to your cleaning business. More importantly, we'll look at what you should say instead to maintain professionalism and grow your cleaning business. Here you go, the first one. Sure, I can do that. It's tempting to say yes to every client request, especially when you are just starting out, but agreeing to tasks beyond your capacity and expertise can lead to disaster. For example, let's say that a client wants their entire home deep cleaned by tomorrow, but you are already fully booked. You are tempted to agree, and I've done this myself numerous times. You could go earlier, maybe work later. Why shouldn't you, right? But over-promising and under-delivering will damage your reputation. And I've done that as well myself. You'll either disappoint the client or let down others by rescheduling. Instead, communicate your concerns and offer an alternative. An example could be, I sincerely appreciate your urgency and I understand this and I'd love to help. Unfortunately, I'm fully booked tomorrow. I could offer you a slot on Monday, or if you need it done sooner, I'd be happy to recommend another service. This response shows you that you value your client's needs while being honest about your limitations. It also offers solution, positioning you as helpful and professional. That will stick inside of the customer's mind and they'll remember that when the time comes. Like a quick win. Create a list of trusted colleagues or service providers or services that you can recommend for tasks outside of your scope and availability. And this shows you are committed to solving your customers' problems, even if you can't do it yourself. And this will go a long way to earning and keeping that trust that eventually will turn into dollars, which will eventually come back to yourself and into your pocket. Another one. That's a little less than I would usually do it for, but we can make that work. When a potential client asks for a rate lower than your standard, it's tempting to agree just to secure the job because you don't want to miss the job, potential smaller money, and the customer going to someone else. It's either take the job or do nothing, right? That's usually is the mindset. However, this can be slippery slope. Accepting lower rates devalues your work and sets a precedent for future negotiations. It can also lead to resettlement and lower quality work. Plus, it comes at a loss of opportunity. That time you spent working below your usual rate could instead be applied to finding better jobs and better customers. Instead, say something like, I understand you're looking for the best value. Our rates reflect the high quality service and professional products that we use. However, I'd be happy to discuss our different service packages to find the one that meets your budget while still meeting your cleaning needs. And this response, pay attention, maintains your value while showing willingness to work with your customer's budget and constraints. Maybe you can clean only the main level of the home or a space that they're looking for the price quoted, or maybe you would both be better off if the customer thought a different cleaning service. And sometimes it's better to let go the customer who will not pay what you're worth as opposed to trying to spend your time and energy and sometimes money if you're paying others to do the service for the customer who will not make it worthwhile of your time, as opposed to freeing up yourself. And I know it's scary to say no to a customer and instead going after bigger fish that values your time, who you are, and pays really worthy money for your services. A quick tip here, develop tiered service packages at different price points. This will allow you to offer options to budget-conscious clients without lowering your standard rates, because you still want to get paid what you truly worth. And make sure there's enough money left in your pocket after all the elbow grease and paying out all the labor and expenses and everything else for facilitating doing this business work. Next phrase would be, if you aren't happy, find another cleaning service. Customer complaints can be frustrating, but responding defensively can escalate conflicts and damage your reputation. Let's say a client is unhappy with a cleaning job and is being particularly different, and that happens a lot. And for me, for the last 15 years, I can't even count how many times did this happen. You'll probably be tempted to argue back or even escalate the disagreements. Unfortunately, though, this response is unprofessional and could lead to negative reviews, scaring away future clients. And when I started back in 2009, it was still yellow pages. Online was not huge. Reviews were minor. It didn't matter back then because, as long as you had enough money to market and people would come to you, where would they complain? At yellow pages? No way. But now, this is so important. We're moving from that type of business to a different type of business, which is customer-centric reviews, and everyone is happier and trying to please one another. And keep that in mind because social proof is super important. And what you can say instead, though, in this case, you can say, I'm sorry to hear you are not satisfied. Your happiness is super important to us. And be sincere because it should be if you're a cleaning business owner. Could you please tell me more about what didn't meet your expectations? I'd like to understand the issue and make it right for you. This response shows you're committed to client satisfaction and willing to address problems professionally. You may need to drop the account if they are truly unreasonable, and that had happened to me in the past, but even this needs to be done with the tact. A bad online review can do serious harm to your future customer acquisitions. For example, here's the tip for you. Develop a customer feedback system, regularly ask for an input, and address issues promptly. This proactive approach can prevent many conflicts from escalating further, and it will give you a feedback loop. You will now know what your customers, were you dropping a ball or where your team is dropping a ball. Could be a team, could be a chemical, could be a method, who knows? But once you find out, at least now you know the problem. Now you can tackle it and make it ideally go away. So the next phrase would be, I'd like it in cash if you can. While cash payments might seem convenient, insisting on them can make your business appear unprofessional or even illegal. Fortunately, though, it's now easier than ever to accept a wide variety of different payment methods. Like there are transportable card readers and are relatively affordable options. There are also tons of payment apps that most of your customers will be familiar with, like Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, the list goes on. There are some of them that might charge the fee, and if that's the case, make sure you just incorporate this. They set up a digital payment system. I mean, that's a must. And I always preach, like, whatever the method customer wants to pay, you should be able to take it. Make it frictionless or remove the frictions so it's easier for your customer to say yes to you, yes to your service, yes to signing an agreement digitally, yes to paying you online via method that the client prefer. And many of these merchant services offer low-cost fee and can significantly improve your client's experience. Just be sure to factor, as I mentioned before, their fees into your pricing structure. And the next phrase is, I don't usually do this, but I can make an exception. Flexibility can be a good thing, but making unexpected exceptions can lead to confusion and unrealistic expectations. Let me give you an example. Let's say a client has a cleaning job, but part of the task requires you to move a ton of heavy furniture, which isn't part of your standard service. Why is this harmful? Let me explain. For one thing, it sets a precedent for future requests. It can also put you in uncomfortable or even dangerous situations. You could hurt your own back. You could damage their property. One of your employees can slip and fall and hurt their back. Now it's a liability on you. The task could take much longer than you can expect, and the list goes on and on. So in those cases, be transparent. You can say moving heavy furniture isn't typical part of our service due to safety concerns and insurance limitations. However, I understand this is important to you. Let me propose a solution. We can partner up with a moving company to handle the furniture, ensuring it's done safely and professionally. Would you like me to arrange this task for your next visit? This response maintains your boundaries while still offering a solution to the customers. And create a clear list of services that you offer and comfortable with, and those that you don't. Share the list with clients. upfront to manage expectations. For example, my cleaning services company, we offer commercial kitchen cleaning services. It's nasty, it's greasy, it's dirty. You're working with slippery surfaces, you're working with pressure washers, you're working with scrubbers, you're working with chemicals that can actually damage the stainless steel appliances, and etc. And customers feel comfortable. We sell those services, but when they say, hey man, can you do the ductwork for me? What I normally say from the get-go, I'm like, yes, I can clean outside of your hood, I can clean inside of your hood, but the ductwork itself, we don't do it. And sometimes they ask, like, do you have a partner? Do you partner up with someone? In this case, like currently we don't have one. I understand it's a convenience to give away everything to one place, but rarely we lose the account just because we don't offer the duct cleaning services. But at least I'm upfront and transparent with the customer because they know next time that we are here to deliver the service and earn our money and not cheat our way to earn our money. So clear communication is the best way to handle any customer concerns. Be honest and polite, as always. Offer alternative solutions that are compatible with your comfort level and your business model. Have policies in place and explain them effectively. Remember, effective communication is key to building a successful cleaning business. It's not just about avoiding negative phrases, but about framing your responses in a way that builds trust and shows professionalism and creates a long-term client relationship. In conclusion, mastering client communication is critical skill for any cleaning business. By avoiding these 5 damaging phrases and replacing them with professional, solution-oriented responses, you will not only retain more clients, but I'm sure will attract new ones through positive word of mouth and reviews. And your homework would be review your recent client interactions. Have you used any of these phrases or similar ones in the past? If so, brainstorm more positive ways you could have responded. Practice these new responses so they can become second nature to you. And if you found this video helpful, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe if you're in a cleaning business and have intentions to keep growing your cleaning business. Remember, every client interaction is an opportunity to showcase your professionalism and build your business. Choose your words wisely and watch your cleaning empire grow. I'll see you inside of this video. Thanks for now. Keep on crushing your businesses.